Well, the most important thing to me was to take up the issue of judgment. We all spend so much time judging ourselves and each other during the holidays about what we're eating, how we're eating, who we're eating with, to take the judgment away and replace it with something more positive, such as awareness. So once I started there, I called up one of our alumni who lives and works in the area. Her name's Sarah Pate. She's a very well-known paleo chef. She has this way of making food taste amazing, look amazing. And I said, what do you have for the holidays? And she said, well, I've got this whole thing I do with, we take cocktails, we find a way to make them really healthy and good for you. And you imagine, right? So we're gonna do this whole thing around cocktails and appetizers and celebrating. And there'll be also some discussion about taking some of your family favorites and maybe making them a little bit healthier. But again, taking out the judgment and replacing it just with, awareness around what we're eating, who we're eating with. And then the really big missing ingredient for me when people talk about eating during the holidays is how important it is to think about something completely unconnected with the eating. People don't even realize the most important thing you can do for your health and your well-being is to connect with other people. And when we put barriers up based on the fact that, oh, I can't eat this and I can't eat that, and maybe I shouldn't even go to that party because there'll be all this food or something I don't want to consume, you're cutting yourself off from other people when what you really need most, what we all need most for health, well-being, long life, thriving, is connection, relatedness. And then I was also thinking with the holidays, people have, they're gearing up for their New Year's resolutions. And when you look at what really helps people to stick with a resolution, we're talking about motivation, right? So there's a lot of research showing that external motivators, carrots and sticks, they just don't work. So you can give yourself all the rewards you want for starting that new gym membership or eating a new way or stopping smoking or whatever it is that you want to do in the new year. Long term, they're not going to work. By March, you're not going to be doing it anymore. So you need to find the intrinsic motivation, the internal motivators. And there's actually a lot of research about this. There's science. And it turns out what you really need for intrinsic motivation are three things. You need autonomy, competence, and what they call relatedness, connection. Okay? And people don't even realize this is what goes into motivation.